Welcome everyone to a special edition of Served Up the Podcast. We are here in Las Vegas at WSWA Access Live, and we have an incredible guest for you. Let me tell you, Merrilee Kick, who is the founder of Buzzballz and Southern Champion LLC, is going to share her story with us. So buckle up, folks.
Thanks. Merrilee, welcome to the show.
Thank
we are
you.
so excited to have you here. So our listeners probably don't know that you are the only woman-owned distillery, winery, brewery combination in the U.S.
Maybe worldwide.
and worldwide.
Maybe.
Wow.
I know.
Tell us about that.
Might
How
as well
did you
blow it
manage
up.
to do that?
You know, it was bit by bit. It was one of those things that when I first started out in 2009, I was reading how to become a distiller, a winery, you know, how to do all that. And I found out that there were so many rules and regulations about distilleries that wineries didn't really have. So I thought, well, if I had to, I could sell this stuff from my trunk of my car so that I don't go bankrupt, you know. So that's eventually what I had to do when I started. I started out with my spirit-based brand, but there's so many rules and regulations that a manufacturer can't sell directly because of the three-tier system. So I created the wine-based version. But then over time, I was like, well, why don't we create a malt-based brand too? So we started creating that option to get more accounts for growth. So now we have all three. We can do anything. We can make spirits, we can make RTDs, we can make anything. So it's kind of a neat thing to be able to have. And next we're going to venture into the ready-to-eats.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ready to
eats.
eat. Okay.
Interesting.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So we want to be able to have alcohol infused a lot of stuff. So let your mind wander. Mm-hmm. And, you know, you won't, it won't be like a cocktail that you drink, but it would be something that you would eat. You know, so maybe back in the old days when you had those chocolate-covered cherries, you know, those kinds of things, that would be one idea. But, I mean, think of other things like sauces and other things that could be infused with alcohol that we could make taste good, that would be still sold in a liquor store. So they would be high enough alcohol to do that with, instead of just served in a grocery store as an FDA mandated product.
Wow,
So we want to develop a whole
fascinating.
category.
I love that. I love the innovation.
Something fun, you know?
Absolutely. And as like the only triple threat, right, in beverage,
Yeah.
you should do that.
I think
It's
we should.
amazing.
I think we should just keep growing our portfolio. And, you know, our vision is to reinvent happy hour. Mm-hmm. But I think in addition to that, it's like, what do you like to do? How do you like to relax? You know, maybe we get into cannabis someday. So
Very cool.
and create some beverages with cannabis.
Yeah.
But not yet.
Yeah,
Not until it's legal, you know, everywhere. So
Yeah, that's
but we're looking at it.
That's amazing. How do you navigate, you know, the whole industry when you're you're talking about, you know, you really have your hands in so much. It's so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a male dominated industry. Mm-hmm. You know, how have you navigated that so successfully, and how have you overcome some of the challenges that many of us have faced?
So at the beginning, you know, when you start out, you don't know anybody. I didn't know anybody. I was a high school teacher. I was a computer engineer. There were a lot of things I did, but I didn't know anything about booze other than drinking it, you know. But I knew how to make friends.
Yeah.
And I think that is true for this type of industry. It's a very relationship-driven industry. So I made a lot of friends in the industry, and a lot of them were guys. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't bother me at all. And they have been the biggest advocates. You know, it's not like they're guys, they're really giving me a hard time. Not at all. In fact, Blair Casey, one of your former Southern Glaciers guys, was the first one that bought my product.
Wow.
Way back in the day. And he loved the fact that I was from Plano, Texas. He was from Plano, Texas. And he was like, this is a great story, you know, and he's always glass half full. Mm-hmm. So, he brought in my brand, gave me a chance in Texas, and then he helped me get to Missouri and Kansas and Arkansas and talk to the other Southern Glazers homes, and so it was Glazers back then, now it's Southern Glazers. But he opened so many doors for me.
That's fantastic. And, we talked about it a little bit earlier and how innovation in this business is so important, right? And you being able to have the various different products. Talk to us a little about the variety of flavors that you have and how does that differ? Are certain markets gravitate towards one flavor or is it pretty general across the board?
It's funny. We've got 3 bases. So we've got malt, spirit, and wine. And we have the same exact SKUs in each. Oh. Okay, so there's 16 flavors of spirit base, there's 16 flavors of wine, 16 of malt. Now, what we've done is we've made them taste identical. So you can't tell the difference if you're drinking a malt-based one or a wine-based one or a spirit-based one. They all taste the same percent alcohol, same everything. So we've really crafted that. In terms of flavors, I think it's more of a distributor choice because distributors will say, well, we're just starting out. We just want to start with the 4 top or the 6 top flavors that you've got. And then after a while, they realize that it's really starting to turn. It really makes a lot of money for them. So they'll start bringing in the smaller SKUs or the more remote types of SKUs and they'll add.
That's so interesting. Do you have a favorite flavor?
I do.
What is it? I need to know. What is it?
I'm a big margarita girl, so I love margaritas. Our tequila Rita is really good. I love that. We have a new one called Chili Mango that's really hot. It won a gold medal here at WSWA.
Oh, congratulations. Hey, that's awesome.
So we're really pumped up about that. I like our espresso martini.
Super hot right now, espresso martini.
I'm kind of lactose intolerant, but I really love our eggnog one. And you mix that with a Fireball. I know that I shouldn't be promoting Fireball, but I love that cinnamon flavor mixed in with it. It's so good. So,
wow, mouth is watering. What advice do you have? Being here at WSWA Access Live, there's a lot of new brands coming in and really just trying to break into the industry. What advice do you give to a brand that, might be starting off like you did years ago?
I guess my biggest advice is, number one, you're going to need a lot of money. It's a long game. It's not something you can just max out your credit cards and hope that it flies. There's a lot of people in the entry here. A lot of new entrants to the market. My biggest concern is for a new business is that people copy other people. And I hate that because it's I can't think through how I would want to invent my own cool brand. So I got to copy what you're doing. And they come, they go, they come, they go, and they waste their money.
Yeah.
So it's if you're going to create something, make something original, make something that doesn't look like a knockoff brand. I was just going through the trade show floor and saw some Me Too brands.
Wow.
And I thought, it's really sad that they really actually try to mimic another person's brand that was successful because I don't know. I just have a peeve about it. I don't like it. And I really think people should try to stand on their own 2 feet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree with you 110%. Looking ahead, what exciting developments can you share that you're working on? Anything come to mind?
There's a million things that come to mind, but I can't talk about. We have a really good R&D team, and food scientists and people that work with us every day, and they're fun people, So we'll pitch them ideas, and we'll sit down there and toss around flavors and just concepts, things that haven't been created yet. And because we're international too, we're looking at international flavors, different things for India or different things for China.
Like Thai tea or something.
But something less common, So something that they would drink every day, that maybe isn't popular in the U.S. Maybe something with less sweet to it. Americans and Mexicans like things that are sweeter profile than, say, the Europeans. So, things that are less sweet or something more fruity that maybe Asia would like more, So we're looking at those different demographics and profiles and what they normally drink. You'll see some packaging changes for us because we're not really heavy with club or, big stores, and also grocery. we serve single serves.
Yeah.
So we're a huge convenience store brand, but in terms of getting those 4-packs, 6-packs, we finally have some different packaging options for those stores for grocery. So I think that'll help push our ACV up. I'm going to say it. We're the number one ready to drink out there on the market behind High Noon, but anyway, I think we're the number one ready to drink, really true, ready to drink cocktail on the market. We really we make a lot of money, but our ACV is only like in the 30s. Just imagine what that runway is. Tons of opportunity. So we got a long way to go, and then we've got a whole world out there. So we're excited.
And you've only tapped the surface.
Yeah, and we're only in the beverage space right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah.
So,
it was so wonderful to have you on, Merrilee. Thank you for sharing all your insight, and it's wonderful seeing, such a success with everything that you've done with Buzzballz, and we can't wait to see the future.
Well, let's keep that ball rolling.
Yeah.
Thank
Cheers
you.
to you.
Thank you.
That's a wrap.